Draw 13 of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Team Jolianne, Fortin, and Quebec taking on Team Hailey, Armstrong, and Ontario. Both in the mix for that third playoff spot in Pool A. Final stone of the opening end. Fortin facing 2, being forced to the single. She makes the hit on the red, and the shooter stays around. So Quebec are up 1 after 1, looking for their third win of the week next end. Jump to the final stone again. Armstrong already sitting 1 for sure with a chance to draw for 2, possibly 3, needs to avoid the yellow, but she comes in light and taps the yellow into second shot position. So it's just a single for Ontario as the teams trade singles through 2. Skip stones in the fourth. Armstrong facing 2 without, going for the draw, needing to catch a piece of the 4-foot to be shot rock, and it's a great one. Gets through all the traffic and catches a piece of the button, putting some pressure on Fortin as Ontario are sitting 1. But the Quebec skip looking to respond. She is able to make the hit on the red and roll it underneath as yellow are sitting shot 1, 2, and 3, heading to the final stones. Armstrong is going for the same shot she did the first time, and again she comes in with perfect weight. This one coming to rest in bottom 4, and again Ontario is shot rock, setting up for a possible steal, or if Fortin can respond, a possible 4. But she isn't able to get it to curl enough, goes right through the house. It's a steal of 1 for Ontario. Fifth end. Armstrong facing 1 without hammer, but sitting shot 2, 3, and 4, trying to at least force the single. She makes the run back, making the yellow disappear and keeping the red in the house. So now sitting 4, heading to the last stone. Fortin going for the single, needs a piece of the 4-foot, makes the hit on the red, and rolls it over to the heart. It's another single in this one as we are tied at 2, heading to the break. Sixth end. Ontario sitting 1 with hammer. Fortin throwing her first of the end, trying to make the hit on the red to be sitting 2, but she over curls it and hits her yellow and rolls the shooter away. So Ontario now with the chance to pick up the first deuce of the game, but Armstrong doesn't curl it enough and she blows it right through the house. So still just sitting 1, heading to the final stones. And after Fortin hit and stuck her shooter in the 8-foot, Armstrong facing 2, throwing her last, looking to at least match Quebec's single from last end. She makes the hit on the yellow, but it rolls over too much and it spins outside shot rock. So it's a steal of 1 for Quebec. It's 3-2. Next end. Armstrong throwing her last with hammer, facing 1, just looking to blank and take the hammer into even ends. She makes the hit on the yellow, but the shooter doesn't roll away enough, and it's a single for Ontario as we are tied again in this one. Final stone of the 8th end. Fortin facing 1 with a chance for the run back and to possibly be sitting 2, maybe 3, but she over curls it, clearing out the second yellow, and nothing spins inside shot rock. So it results in a steal of 1 for Armstrong as they take a 4-3 lead. To the 9th. Armstrong facing 1 without, but sitting shot 2, 3, 4, and 5. She makes the hit. The yellow rolls all the way down to bottom 12, and the shooter stays around, so puts the pressure on Fortin to draw for another single. Fortin throwing her last, looking to get it back to a tie, heading to the final end. It's coming in too hot, and it is too deep as Ontario walk away with back-to-back steals and go up 2, heading to the final end. But Quebec with hammer, so still a good chance. To the 10th. Fortin sitting 1, but a chance to at least be scoring 2, possibly 3. It'll take a measure though.
What a chance here for Quebec. In a 5-3 game, a chance for the win. Jolianne Fortin, game in her hands as she delivers her final stone. And a big scrub from the front end. First things first, got to get it by that red guard. They do. Now carve it over. Get enough of the red, but they got to hold the shooter. And it rolls out, and now is it 2? And they want to measure. And this is big. This is your Scotties hopes on the line. So close to the 5. And it is yellow.
The first deuce of the game coming in the biggest spot. We are going to an extra end, and I'll hand it back over to Brian Mudryk for Skip Stones.
Again, we talked about these, numbers of plus minuses. That means nothing if you get the win.
No, and you look at numbers for trends. For sure, neither skip's going to be happy with their numbers. But you're right. Today, the big thing is the letter, and it's a W.
And they picked her up right out of her hand. Got to get it by that yellow guard. It's coming up quickly. That yellow stone by it. Gets the yellow, but there's a little pocket here.
Yeah, but that won't
that's
help,
right. They won't be shot. That's right. As they check it out with the broom. Good shot there by Armstrong.
It's very difficult, but this is the way that you win a game. If you tuck it in there. Now for Hailey Armstrong, she has to navigate that guard and pick it out.
Needs the best shot of her Scotties here in Mississauga, right here.
Well, they're saying she's heavy.
Wants to force Armstrong to throw her final rock. A little kiss. Can she roll it in for a shot? And she will. So shot stone for now. And will force Hailey Armstrong to deliver her final stone.
And it is a noisy building for Ontario. Be so critical to look at.
Hailey Armstrong played for Quebec, her first 2 Scotties with Willie St. George in 2021 and 2022, and now skipping Ontario in her home province. Her final stone, hit her an 11. Need a piece of that yellow, gotta find it, and she does. Zips it through, and it will be a win in an extra end for Team Ontario.
It's 3 in the extra end for Team Ontario as they avoid the comeback, improving to 4-2 on the week, staying in a tie with Nova Scotia for the final playoff spot. For Quebec, they fall to 2-4 and see their playoff hopes slipping away. 8-5 the final on Wednesday morning.